Cancel the U2 concert.
Boy, oh boy, did I have a great tirade.
Don't fucking do it. This should be like a 1.5 point line.
Oh, they just scored again.
I think he's the clear-cut winner.
That's the only good move.
That's it.
Welcome to the Thielet Graves podcast. I'm Thielet.
I'm Graves, and we're just two dudes like yapping about sports.
Welcome back to Thielet and Graves podcast. My name is Ryan Thielet.
My name is Isaac Graves.
And we're just two dudes like to yap about sports. Today's going to be a loaded show. We're going to start with the MLB. Then we're going to go over to the NFL. We're going to talk AFC South predictions, Ravens signing Alexander. And then we're going to talk to the NHL that, this will be 2 days old by the time, 2 to 3 days old by the time you see this. But it just happened 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about what just happened and some other rumor mill stuff that's going on.
Yep.
But yeah, no, let's get started with the MLB. The Pittsburgh Pirates looked like the Pittsburgh Pirates yet again.
Yeah. Yesterday was a nice change.
Yeah, it was a very nice change. I was on again, you can guess, I was golfing again. I was on the 14th hole, and I had that ESPN setup where you can see
the live.
The live thing. But by the way, this year's graphic for that on the phones, top tier.
Yeah.
It is so nice now. I
still prefer the Apple Sports one, but that's just me.
It still looks good.
It looks good.
I saw like 7-2 at one point. I was thinking, where was this all weekend?
Also, Tommy Pham hit 2 doubles yesterday.
Tommy Pham can hit a baseball. That's what I saw.
Yeah.
I didn't know he could do that.
Yeah. Well, he decided to wake up and hit a baseball.
Yeah.
Yesterday. So how many weeks is it going to be before he hits another one?
3. At the minimum. But there was some also news about the Pirates that we'd be dumb not to bring up. Our closer decided to become Mike Tyson and start hitting fans. Did you see that clip?
Oh, yeah. Dennis Santana. Dude, what are you doing? So he got a 4-game suspension. Apparently the fan was saying some really f***ed up stuff to him. But, like, oh, yeah, that's not the greatest time to do that. Yet
another Pirate headline
in
the national media. That's not good. Just the story of this season.
Yeah, we had Tommy Pham doing the you-know-what earlier in the season.
And then we had the Bucko Bricks, and then the Surfside ad, and then the whole money thing came out.
Yeah.
And which got debunked by an MLB source 2 weeks later, which put us back into the national starlight.
Derek Shelton gets fired.
Donnie Balsworth's playing good. It's been nonstop.
Yeah, and now Dennis Santana gets suspended for swinging at a fan.
Great. Let's just add to it.
It's only 4 games, so it's not like it's that bad.
Well, he's gonna be out this entire series.
Well, no, hasn't he already served like 2 of them?
Okay, yeah. So he'll be out.
No, 3. I think it's his last game tonight.
Okay, so he'll play tomorrow, hopefully, against the Brewers.
Yeah, so let's take a look at the schedule. So we've got the Brewers on the road starting this week, and then we're home against the Mets this weekend.
Oh, that's going to suck.
Yeah.
Brewers, it's going to be okay. We'll be fine with the Brewers. I see us either splitting the series or...
Yeah, Brewers is going to be all right. No.
It also depends what Mets team we get that weekend.
Yeah, I don't want to buy tickets. Oh, yeah, the Mets are on like a long losing streak.
Yes.
What's going on there?
I think it's just their hitting's finally not hitting. I mean, it's their problem. And their pitching is awful.
Yeah.
It is awful.
Is Manaea still out?
I think he is.
Jesus. That's brutal.
Yeah, so there's a lot of problems in New York right now on both teams. Both teams are not playing well at the moment.
Yeah. All right, let's take a look tonight. Our pitching matchup is Braxton Ashcraft will be getting the start tonight.
I thought he was supposed to go against Skeens on Tuesday.
No, tonight Braxton Ashcraft gets the start against whoever the hell you are, Chad Patrick.
Oof.
Okay, so we got a nobody versus nobody matchup tonight.
Oh, no, Ashcraft is a good pitcher, man.
Ashcraft looks really good, so I'm curious to see what he does at the start. I'd rather have him start over Mike Burrows. Even though Mike Burrows had a good second start.
But tomorrow's matchup, which will be Tuesday, is going to be a matchup to watch.
Oh.
We're getting Papa Skeens versus their ace. So it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be low scoring.
Who the hell is their ace now? Peralta?
Yeah.
Yeah, Freddie Peralta.
Freddie Peralta versus Paul Skeens on Tuesday.
No, tomorrow's showing Heaney as the probable starter on my end.
Are you serious? I saw a thing that said that Skeens is going to be thrown Tuesday.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be
Skeens Watcher.
It looks like it looks like it's gonna be Heaney.
I'll tell you what. I played MLB Show for the first time this year, and I played against my buddy, and I used Paul Skeens, the splinker on the show.
Yeah.
It's untouchable. It is insane. When I was throwing, I was very happy I wasn't hitting against him.
Yeah.
And mind you, Key Brian Hayes hit a home run, a double, and a triple. All I needed was a cycle to hit a cycle. I only needed a single to hit a cycle with Key Brian Hayes.
Oh my God.
I don't know what it was. That some reason Key Brian Hayes decided to hit a baseball.
Yeah.
All right, well, I think that's going to be it because there's nothing really to talk about MLB. There's no big storylines. It's that we are officially 1 month away, month and a couple weeks away from
The All-Star game.
the All-Star game and the trade deadline.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's going to be a little fun time. I think there's going to be a lot of moves. Well, let's go over to a interesting league at the moment.
Yeah.
Let's go to the NFL.
All right.
Let's get started with the news. Ravens signed cornerback hire. Wow, why am I butchering this?
Jair Alexander.
Jair Alexander to a 1 year, $6 million deal.
Bargain.
Yeah, but
We have to play him twice a year.
how much is he gonna do?
I don't know, but is that the best cornerback room in the league?
I don't know, man.
Because you got Nate. Because I think Nate Wiggins is gonna have a huge year.
Yeah.
I think. You got Marlon Humphrey, who's always a stud.
Always good.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is he only gonna play 6 games to be hurt the rest of the year.
I don't know.
That's the thing with him.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to tell.
Now, do we have enough receivers to play against that? No.
No, not at least not yet.
We'll see. There's a certain rumor going around right now
Yeah.
that I will be very happy to see.
Should we dive into those rumors?
No, let's go to the AFC South. Let's just get the predictions done and out of the way since
Let's do it. All
since
right.
it's a
It's a big day.
such a big day. Let's predict the great division that is the AFC South. The most competitive division.
Yeah. All right. Let's get started with the Houston Texans.
Yes. All right. Week 1 they're on the road in LA to take on the Rams. I have them winning this game.
I have them losing. I have the Rams taking this one.
And then in week 2 they come back home on Monday Night Football to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I also have them winning this game.
Yeah, this one I have them winning. That Monday night, that's called must-watch TV.
That might be the best Monday night game of the year.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be sad that it's the second game it's the second week of the year that we're getting one of those.
What do you mean? Dolphins Steelers is gonna be great.
Yeah, maybe. If Tua's brain is still together and Aaron Rodgers decides not to pull an Achilles, okay, that might be a good game.
All right, week 3, they've got the Jags on the road.
Well, they always struggle in Duval,
They do.
and I'm gonna get Duval to win.
Yeah, I'll take a Jacksonville win. Duval. Wait, no, I shouldn't.
No, wait.
I shouldn't do that yet.
Duval.
Pulling the Liam Cohen. I love it. Oh, okay. All right. Return came back. We'll talk about that when we get to NHL.
Oh, is it big?
A former Penguin is involved.
Oh God, we'll talk about it there.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Week 4, they take on the Tennessee Titans at home. I'm giving them the win. It's the Titans.
Yeah, I'm taking the win there. Let me just make sure they don't have any hidden prime time. That's not the NFL app.
What about Baltimore and Texans? That's gonna be that should be prime time.
Week 5 at Baltimore. Okay, where's Houston? Houston. No, that is not prime time. That's a 1:00 game.
That should be a prime time game. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it really should be. But give me Houston there.
Yeah, I had Baltimore winning that one.
All right.
And then they have a week 6 bye, very early bye.
You might as well not even have a bye week.
Yeah, you might as well just play through.
I'm just saying.
All right, week 7 they travel to Seattle for a Monday night game.
That's that 10 p.m. Monday night game.
Oh,
10 p.m. local.
It's part of that doubleheader they do once a year.
Oh, they're doing a shit ton of doubleheaders this year.
I hate that.
Yeah.
It's dumb. It's dumb. It hurts my fantasy brain too.
It kind of takes away from prime time.
Yeah, because you're just playing another game.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I had the Texans winning this one.
Yeah, I have Texans taking that one. Week 8 at home against the Niners. Win.
Win.
Yeah, that's an easy win. Week 9 at home against the Broncos. This is going to be interesting.
I had the Broncos winning this one.
Yeah, I'm going to take Denver. That one's tough. That one's really tough. That's going to be a close game. Week 10 at home against the Jaguars.
They're taking that game.
Yeah, that's a win.
Yep, that's a win.
Yeah. Week 11 at Tennessee.
They're going to sweep the Titans.
Oh, yeah. Titans are not going to be good. Cam Ward could put up good numbers.
There's so many other problems and other holes that they need to fix there.
You got to remember, Tennessee's defense is really underrated.
It is, but the thing about it, they have no weapons.
They do not.
They have no weapons.
Yeah. Chigo Okonkwo might be their best weapon.
That is insane.
Yeah.
All right, week 12, they're staying home.
Thursday night football
to
against
take
the
on
Bills.
The Bills.
Ouch. Bills win.
Yeah, Bills win.
That's easy.
Yeah, the Bills are winning that one.
Yeah. Week 13 at Indy.
I have them winning this one.
Yeah.
They always play good in Indy. Don't know what it is, but CJ Stroud has played good in Indy.
Well, it's Indy.
Well, it is what it is, but it's still a division rival. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It can go either way.
Yeah. Week 14, Sunday night football at Kansas City.
This is a hard one.
Yeah, this one's really hard. Give me Houston.
Yeah.
That one's tough.
You just don't know what Kansas City's going to be this year.
And on primetime, I hate to say it, but that might be must-watch TV.
And it's going to be a Taylor Swift game.
Oh, God. Maybe not.
Week 15. It's going to be the Cardinals versus the Texans. I had the Texans winning this one.
Yeah, give me Houston on that one. Week 16, at home against the Raiders. Win. Yeah. Week 17, that's showing up as a Saturday game. It's TBD over here. At the Chargers.
They're taking an L.
Yeah, I'm saying Chargers win there. That one's that's another tough gun. And then they end the season at home against Indy.
But there's a possibility that stars might not play.
Yeah, but again, it's Indy. So it could end up being Davis Mills versus Danny Dimes for all we know.
Well, no, it could be Riley Leonard playing too.
Yeah, but it's also Davis Mills.
Yeah,
as your backup. So
I have Houston winning.
Yeah, give me Houston. So that puts them for me at 12-5.
Same here, and 5-1 in the division.
And as the second seed, they're gonna be good. They're gonna be good. CJ's gonna have a really good year.
Yeah, he's gonna have a rebound year.
Their O-line still concerns me right now, but I think he can figure it out.
All right, let's go over to the Tennessee Titans. No, wait.
Let's go to Indy.
Yeah, let's go to Indy.
All right.
Let's get this one out of the way.
Yeah.
My was strong. Honestly, this might be the best week 1 game.
What do you mean? We got Okay. Jesus. Wow.
Miami versus Indianapolis. This is the game of the week. I don't know what you're smoking. This is the best game of the week.
Indy's going to continue their week 1 losing streak. That's a loss.
Yeah, that's a loss. There we staying home again to take on the Denver Broncos, where they'll take another L.
Thank this isn't prime time. You remember that? You remember that game a couple years ago when
it was us and them prime time?
Wasn't it it was Broncos and Indy.
That was
prime time.
Really bad.
It was literally just field goal, field goal, field goal, field goal.
Yeah, it was a boring game to watch.
Yeah, like the debut of prime Thursday night football. I think it was bad. Anyways, week 3 at Tennessee.
Win.
Yeah, I'll take a win there. Week 4 at the Rams. That's a fat loss.
Fat L.
Fat L. Week 5 at home against the Raiders.
Raiders are winning this one.
I'm actually gonna take the Colts. I know that's probably not gonna hold up because Gino might cook the crap out of them, but I don't know. Anyways, week 6 at home against the Cardinals. That's a loss.
Mm-hmm.
That's an automatic loss. Week 7 at the Chargers. Loss.
Give me the win.
Okay. All right.
Because week 7 is going to be Danny Dimes time.
You think that's going to be Danny Dimes time?
Well, because up to this point, they are. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're 1-5
Yeah, that's bad.
for me.
That's bad.
So it's gonna be Danny Dimes time.
All right, week 8 at home against Tennessee.
Give me the one there.
That's a win. Yeah.
Danny's gonna win 2 straight.
Yeah. And then week 9 at Pittsburgh, loss.
I had them losing that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
we should win that game.
Yeah.
Not even a doubt.
Week 10 in Germany against the Falcons.
I have Indianapolis winning this one.
I have Atlanta winning this one because I think Atlanta, as far as I remember, plays pretty good overseas. I don't know.
Well, I think Indianapolis could pull this out, and they play well in the international scene too.
Ugh, I'm getting flashbacks of that terrible. Was it Indy in New England a couple years ago in Germany?
Yes.
That was terrible.
Yep. Because it was one of Jeff Saturday's first games.
It was like 10-9.
Yeah, it was an
so
awful
bad.
game.
All right, week 11 bye week, not too bad.
Which makes sense after going to international.
Yeah, and then they come back week 12 and get
smoked.
Yeah, get absolutely destroyed by the Chiefs. That is hell to come back from.
Yes.
Ow. Week 13 at home against the Texans.
Which we already predicted is going to be a Texans win.
Yes, so that is a loss for Indy. Week 14 at Duval.
I think this is going to be the year that they break the Duval curse.
You think so?
And I have Indianapolis winning.
All right, I'll take it. Week 15 at Seattle, loss.
Okay. We're currently at week 16.
Yeah.
They are way under 500.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's just take away that one Texans win real quick. Right now, I have them at 6-9.
I have them at, I have them at a not many wins. I think.
So,
I have them at 4-10.
do you think this is time we see another quarterback change
See Riley Leonard.
and see what he does in the last inning?
I think maybe it's possible.
Because one thing about Indianapolis, they currently have 3 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
3 that could be something.
We don't know
Well,
what's
okay, we have 2 potential stars and 1 Danny Dimes.
You think Anthony Richardson is a potential star?
If he's coached right. He hasn't had a good coach.
You don't think Steichen's
No, he's not. He's not a coach that runs well with Anthony Richardson. So, we'll see.
Yeah.
I think Riley Leonard can shine here.
Do we see Steichen fired midseason?
No, I don't think. Not for the Colts. They're not going to do that this year because they're already battling through new ownership
Yeah.
because of the passing of Jim Irsay, and now his daughters are taking over.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to want too much of a change right off the bat.
Right.
But you never know.
Yeah.
But I'm going to see him fired after this year.
Yeah, that's possible.
But all right, let's get back to our predictions. So we are in.
So week 15, loss versus Seattle.
Yep.
Week 16, Monday Night Football for some ungodly reason at home against the Niners. That's a win for me.
Yes, I have them winning this one.
Yeah.
Be Riley Leonard's first win of the year.
Week 17 at home against the Jags. Give me a Jags win.
Jags winning this one.
Yeah, and then week 18 at the Texans.
By the way, new home of Kevin Durant, the Houston.
Yeah, what the hell?
I just popped my brain. That was funny. Again, another golf story. We just started golfing, and I shanked my ball to the left, and we're in the middle of the woods finding my ball. And my buddy Sean, he looks at my phone. He says, "Oh, I get called Thielet everywhere I go."
Yeah.
So he says, "Thielet." And I said, "What do you want, Sean? I'm looking for my ball." And he said, "KD." And I said, "Okay, like specify, man. Like, what do you want to tell me?" Kevin Durant just got traded to the Houston Rockets. I said, out of all places, why do you want to go to Houston?
I don't know if he necessarily wanted to go to Houston. I think Houston just really wanted him.
Yeah, which they have a lot more problems than just one player.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get back to
Yeah. So
Let's get back to this. Sorry, I just
you have
click my
you
brain.
have Houston winning Week 18.
Yes, I do.
So that for me puts the Colts at 5-12.
I have them at 6-11.
Oof. Yeah, it's gonna be another ugly year.
Let's go over to Duval.
Yeah, let's go to Duval. Duval.
Or the new coach over there says, Duval. I can't believe he did it that bad.
Yeah, that was bad.
That was really bad. Like, how do you not know the cadence of how your team? Anyways,
We need to just have Travis do that all the time.
yeah,
All right.
agreed.
All right, Week 1 at home against the Panthers.
We already had it predicted as a Jaguars win.
You had a Jags win. I had a Panthers win.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Week 2, they travel to Cincy to take on the Bengals. I have the Bengals winning this one.
Yeah, I'm taking a Bengals win there.
Week 3, I had them picking up a win at home against Houston.
I did as well. Week 4 at the Niners. That is a win for me.
I have to see something real quick. Yeah. Okay. I know what I'm doing here. I had to look at the Chiefs game beforehand.
Yeah. All right. Week 5, Monday Night Football at home against Kansas City. Huh?
I have Kansas City winning this one.
Yeah.
I was going to call it a trap game, but then I remember I had Baltimore winning, so they're going to be mad about losing to Baltimore, and they're going to smack around the Jaguars.
Yeah. That's wow.
Um,
That is Sunday Night Football if I've ever seen it. All right. Week 6 at home against the Seahawks.
I have Seattle winning this one.
Yeah, I've got Seattle winning. Week 7 in London against the Rams.
I had the Rams winning this one.
Give me the Rams, even though London is the Jags' second home.
Yeah, which is insane.
Yeah.
Well, week 8 was their bye week since they were international.
It's an okay bye week.
Week 9, they take on the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah.
In Vegas.
Give me a Jags win.
I have the Jags winning this one.
Yeah. Week 10 at Houston. Houston win.
Yes.
Week 11 at home against the Chargers. I don't know why I'm thinking so slow.
Let's do a trap game.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. They play the Steelers the week before that. I have them winning.
You have the Jags winning.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. Give me the Jags. It's a trap game.
That sounds good to me.
Say what you want. They are playing the Steelers at the end of the day in Pittsburgh. No,
in LA.
in LA. So that's going to be a hard game.
And it's Sunday Night Football, so it's going to be huge.
Yeah, it's going to be a huge game.
Steeler Nation's going to show the up.
As they always do in LA.
Yeah.
Oh, anywhere.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the Ireland game. That's going to be so much fun to see on TV.
Oh yeah. I want to go to Ireland, but that's not going to happen.
That's not going to happen. It is so expensive over there.
Yeah.
Anyways, I had the Jacksonville Jaguars winning this one.
Yeah. Week 12 at Arizona, loss. Week 13 at Tennessee.
I have the Titans winning here.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Splitting
say it's a little bit of a trap game. Give me Tennessee.
Yep.
Week 14 at home against Indy. Indy winning.
Inning winning.
Yeah. Week 15 at home against the Jets.
Jets.
Jags win.
Yeah. You had the Jags winning?
Against the Jets, yeah.
Oh, you're crazy for that. I get it, it's New York Jets at the end of the day, but it's still the Jaguars.
Yeah. A lot of people think Aaron Glenn's not going to be that good of a head coach.
I think he's going to be a really good head coach.
I kind of think so too, but he's gonna have a couple of strange losses.
You gotta think that he got a defense that had none of their stars playing because they were all hurt.
Yeah.
And he got them to play some of the best football in their entire lives.
Yeah.
So
I think this is going to be a matchup of two good rookie head coaches. And
yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to see.
yeah, because last year, this matchup would have been not Robert Saleh, Jeff Ulbrich versus Doug Dimmadome. That would have been ugly.
Oh, that would have been very ugly.
All right, week 16 at Denver, win for Jacksonville.
No, I have Broncos winning this one.
You have the Broncos winning that
They're
one?
in Mile High. You kidding me? They're winning this one. Broncos are going to be a really good team.
Yeah. Week 17 at Indy, win. And then week 18 at Tennessee, win. So I have them winning 4 straight to end the season.
Which is a good way to end your season when you're not projected to do much this year.
So that puts them for me at 8-9.
I have them at 6-11.
So that that would just put them out of the playoffs for me, but that's a much better rebound season.
Than last year.
Oh, yeah.
Way better year.
Because we didn't expect them to be that bad last year.
No, we didn't.
Yeah. All right. Last team in this division. Let's go to the those guys in Nashville.
And Nashville, which sucks because, Nashville's a very nice place.
Yeah.
I love the Nashville.
We stole a Stanley Cup from you, by the way.
Yes, we did.
Anyways.
And we'll do it again.
Yes. Whenever you get back to the playoffs.
Whenever we get back to the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's a whole thing.
Anyways, week 1 at Denver. Ouch. Loss. Yeah, that's easy. Week 2 at home. At home against the Rams. That's a loss. Let me just check on the primetime front.
Holy cow. I have them going winless for the first 5 weeks.
Oof. I do too, actually. Week 4. Week 4 at Houston. That's a loss. Week 5 at Arizona. That's a loss. Then I think they're going to get their first win of the season at the Raiders.
Yes. Finally. After 6 weeks of football.
It's going to be tight, but it's going to be a win. Week 7 at home against the Patriots.
Pat's winning.
Yeah, that's a Pats win. Week 8 at Indy. Loss.
Yes.
Week 9. At home against the Chargers. That sounds kind of trappy. I'm going to be honest.
I have to look. I'm looking right now. We're in week 9?
Yeah.
They played Minnesota the week beforehand.
Oh, the Chargers?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, give me the trap win.
Yeah. Give me a Titans win there. Cam's going to have a real good game there.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. All right, week 10 bye week. Comfortable.
Solid when you have a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
And a lot of other missing pieces.
Yeah.
Week 11.
At home against the Texans. Loss.
Loss.
Yeah. Week 12 at home against Seattle.
Win.
You have a Titans win?
I have a little bit of a streak going on for the Titans at the moment.
Ooh, okay. Give me Seattle to win that one. Week 13 at home against the Jags.
I have a win in that one.
That's a win. Week 14, loss at Cleveland.
Win at Cleveland.
Really?
Yes, we talked about this.
All right.
Last episode.
All right. Week 15 at San Francisco.
Win.
You have a Titans win.
Yep.
All right. I got a Niners win. Week 16 at home against the Chiefs. Loss. Fat loss. Oh, boy.
Oh.
What?
I want you to put this in perspective before you finalize your pick.
Okay.
They play the Chargers at home Sunday night, the week beforehand.
Ooh.
I don't know the Sunday night game, but that is a game, a very good game against Jim Harbaugh.
Let's check if it is Sunday night. So that's week 15 it would be?
Yeah.
No, it's not Sunday night, but
Then again, at the end of the day, they're still playing Jim Harbaugh.
yeah.
So maybe take that into account for this.
Yeah, but it's Tennessee.
Yeah, you're right. Give me Kansas City win.
Yeah. Week 17. I'm actually going to switch this pick from what I originally had. I had the Saints winning this one.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
You don't think the Saints are winning? No. I'm switching that. Give me Tennessee to win that.
I have Tennessee winning as well.
Yeah, and then week 18 at Duval. Give me a Jags win.
Yep.
So
I have them at 7-10 for this season.
You have the Titans at 7-10? Holy shit! I have them at 4-13.
Well, let's go through some of the ones I have. So they start off 0-5. The Raiders, nothing more needs to be said there.
Yeah.
And then the Chargers trap game. Seattle. Something's gonna happen to Seattle by week 12. I had that gut feeling about them.
Milroe's gonna be starting?
I think yes. I had that gut feeling.
Oh shit.
Jacksonville's Jacksonville. They struggle in Tennessee. Well-known thing.
All right. Yeah.
The Browns. Who knows their quarterback at that point?
Yeah.
So we could either see Mr. 100 mile an hour Sanders, Kenny Pickett, Thomas Joe Joe Flacco or even Dylan Gabriel play.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's going to be a win.
Should we get into Shador?
Let me finish up my reasons.
Yeah, go ahead.
San Francisco. This is a big question mark. Because, look, they lost Debo. Brandon Ayuk is going to be hurt.
Yeah.
Who knows what Brock Purdy we're going to get throughout this season. And then who knows if George Kittle's going to be good.
Yeah.
So, and then you have an older defense behind you. And also a major question mark in CMC's legs. So, that's why I'm also taking that into account going into Week 15 where they can pick up the win.
Yeah.
Week 16, they're going to get their teeth kicked in. Week 17, they're playing the New Orleans Saints. The Saints team that's not going to be good this year.
No.
So the Titans are going to pick up this one. And then they have their Week 18 loss every year and when they take on Duval.
Yeah.
So there's a reason for every win.
They don't have any weapons.
They don't.
Chico Conquo might actually be their best weapon.
We'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, Tajay Spears looks okay, but he's a running back.
Yeah. You want to get into it now? Yeah, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Shedeur Sanders.
Oh, boy.
Oh, we normally don't like to talk about bad publicity on players, but this is really bad.
Yeah, so this is the second time since he's been drafted that he's been caught speeding?
Yes. Both times over the amount of 100 mile an hour. It's already starting.
Dude.
It is already starting.
Yep. Dude, what are you doing? Stop. Just stop.
And on top of that, you already have the whole narrative behind you that you're a immature player.
Yeah.
Like, why are you just adding to it is what I don't get.
Yeah, it's so just... Now I'm really happy he didn't get drafted by the Steelers.
Oh.
Can you imagine this kind of bad publicity?
Oh, yeah, it was just added to it because we already have the TJ Watt situation going on that we still don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
And with Aaron Rodgers, it would have been bad.
It would have been really bad.
It would have been really bad.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's talk about other rumors going around in the NFL.
Yeah.
We're going to stay local for the rumors this week. So I don't know what your ex has been feeding you. But my ex has been feeding me Jalen Ramsey, potential trade to the Steelers.
I didn't see that on Twitter, but scrolling through Instagram, shout out to Steelers fan 7, by the way.
Yeah.
Jalen Ramsey is, apparently there's heavy rumors for him to come to Pittsburgh.
Which I would love that.
Do we need him?
Yes. You kidding me?
I mean, him and Darius Slay would be nasty.
Well, we also have Joey Porter. So we have our two island guys.
Yeah.
And Darius Slay and JPJ. I would put Jalen in the slot.
Would you have him playing safety at points?
He'll be our nickel cornerback.
Yeah.
That's what he'll be for us, or in our dime package.
Yeah.
Like, he's going to be the guy that can be in the middle of the field if needed, but we don't need him as safety.
So who's going to be our strong safety then? Because obviously Minka's still playing free.
Yes.
So who would it be then?
We got Deshaun Elliott, remember?
Oh, yeah, Deshaun Elliott, who just signed a contract extension, by the way.
Yeah, so we have him playing the back half of the field when we have Minka flying, which he shouldn't be down where Polamalu played it, but that's just a whole nother topic of conversation.
Yeah.
He should be up because he's not a Polamalu type of safety. He's not a guy who's going to be another middle linebacker.
How did I manage to forget about Deshaun Elliott?
Yeah, what are you? I was going to think, what are you talking about him playing safety? No. Yeah. You put Minka in the middle of in the back of the field and let him read the play.
Yeah.
So, and you honestly, I wouldn't mind Deshaun Elliott playing down if we get a Ramsey.
Yeah, I would love that. Literally, just to tell the Ratbirds, hold my beer.
Yeah. Yeah. It would be very funny to tell them that. There's also another rumor going on for the offense. For another summer in a row, we are officially on. Is the Steelers going to sign this receiver? Or are they going to sign that receiver?
Well, they did sign one big name receiver. How about another one, please?
Well, there's talks that because the contract discussions that are going terribly in Washington right now, that Scary Terry might be on the move to Pittsburgh.
I want this so bad.
Oh, I want this too.
I love Terry McLaurin. He's always been an underrated guy to me.
But before we make a move like this, we have to get TJ Watt done.
Oh yeah. Because
what has to be done today?
Like we already extended Deshaun Elliott, which that I'm happy we did, but that is a priority over Watt was
a little like
sus.
Yeah, like why are we going after these guys? Like yes, they all have big impacts,
Yeah.
but at the same point, no one has a more of impact than TJ Watt. So what are we doing waiting on him?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But yeah, we need someone like this. We need Scary Terry. Kind of feel bad for Washington because that means Debo would be their number one.
Yeah.
But
all right. Well, what we're gonna do? We're gonna take a break before we get over to the NHL because the NHL is huge this week.
It's massive,
it's
only gonna get bigger from here.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Because we're in the off season now.
Yeah.
No more sports to watch except baseball.
Except baseball.
Baseball. There's nothing else going on.
Yeah. But hey, drafts.
We got drafts. We have 2 big drafts coming up.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take a break, sit here, and take that second to discuss how we're gonna get through the NHL, and then we'll be right back. All right. Welcome back to the Thielet and Graves podcast. My name is Ryan Thielet.
My name is Isaac Graves.
And we're just 2 dudes like the Yap about sports. Well, coming off a break, I went on Twitter, now known as X, whatever you want to call it.
You call it Twitter.
I was just scrolling through and make sure we weren't missing any breaking news at the moment that we were missing for any of the sports. Well, then I scrolled past the trailer for the new quarterback series. It's premiering on Tuesday. I am so excited.
Oh, yeah.
It is Kurt Thuggins. It is Jared Goff. And Joey Burrow. Joey Ice.
And actually, before we officially leave NFL, should we reveal which division we are predicting next week?
Yeah, might as well. We forgot to do that, too.
Yes. Next week, we will be predicting the AFC West.
Okay. It's going to be a good division.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to...
I can't wait till we get to the North. That's all I want to do. The North.
The NFC North? Yeah.
AFC North.
We did the AFC North last week.
No. Sorry, the East. The East of the AFC. I can't wait to get to.
We'll get to the East.
I can't wait to crap on Miami and talk about the Bills.
All right. It's time for a big fat NHL segment.
All right, let's get started with the big stuff. Yes, the reason we're saying big stuff is because
the big
because on our setup right now, our rundown, it says the big stuff, all caps.
Yeah.
Well, we can only have a new champion.
Yes.
No, wait. Not new.
Not new. The Florida Panthers are back-to-back Stanley Cup champions.
And for another year, we can say this. You're reigning, defending, undisputed Stanley Cup champions, the Florida Panthers.
Yeah.
Congrats, Florida, on yet another hockey championship between Florida and the Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
It is insane what the state of Florida has been doing.
McJesus might be the best player to never win a cup.
There is a certain topic that we're going to be discussing very, very soon about McJesus.
Yeah.
That I can't wait to get into because it needs to be talked about.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. So there were some antics that went on. We'll get to those a little later during the Cup parade yesterday and the days before.
I love when they celebrate the trophy.
Yeah.
It's always a great time. One thing about hockey players is that they know how to
They know how to do some stupid shit.
Yeah, and they know how to have a lot of fun.
Right. And also, playoff beard is gone.
And
if you haven't noticed by now.
It's nice to be able to go like this and not be fine.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's other news that happened. We officially have a date for the schedule release. July 16th, the NHL will release their schedules.
Don't give us some stupid first game.
No, it's the Rangers.
No, that was last year.
No, it's this year too.
Is it?
Yeah, the Rangers. It's the Rangers.
All right.
There we confirmed that. So we're gonna play the Rangers yet again. Against Mike Sullivan.
Okay.
Wait, no. I don't think that's first game. That's our home opener.
The Rangers are home opener?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds about right. Anyways, let's talk about a trade that just broke about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So, Trevor Zegras has been in talks to leave the Anaheim Ducks for a little while now, and it finally happened. And he's going to the fucking Philadelphia Flyers.
We're playing 4 times, Isaac. We're going to play him 4 times this year.
Yeah. So, the full trade is Trevor Zegras to the Philadelphia Flyers in exchange for Ryan Poehling, the 45th overall pick in this weekend's draft, and a 2026 4th-round pick.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
For one of the better young studs in the league. That's all?
Yeah. I mean, he does he has injury concerns, but still.
Are you telling me we couldn't do that with the 30 picks that we have?
Yeah, we could have given up, like, I don't know, say, we probably could have paid him P.O. Joseph.
Or Ryan Graves.
Yeah.
Or, better yet, get rid of Jory that way. Give him Jory.
Well, then we wouldn't have a goalie.
We already don't have a goalie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we have one. He's in the AHL.
I played AI Jari in NHL 22 this weekend. Oh my God, he's bad.
Yeah, it's bad.
The Rangers scored 5 on him.
Yeah, it's bad.
That was in NHL 22, by the way.
That was his All-Star year.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I did update the rosters, so. Anyways. Yeah, so that's a trade. Yeah.
It almost makes my head bang off the wall. Why are we sitting on our hands when we know this is the last year of the Big Three?
Yeah. There's a couple trades that pissed me off that I wanted the Penguins to bite on, but they didn't, because this is Kyle Dubas' sleep period.
Yeah, for some reason.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we'll get a trade. Hopefully, this draft is going to be exciting.
Yeah.
It's going to be insane. We're going to see some trades.
We saw stupid trades after stupid trades last year. Obviously, the Penguins bit and brought Kevin Hayes here for absolutely nothing.
Don't even remind me.
That was a decent trade.
Yeah, but we still have Ryan Graves. So
yeah. And then the Utah said, "F it, we ball." Traded for Mikhail Sergachev and John Marino.
Yeah.
LA got Tanner Jeannot, who is not expected to re-sign with the Kings.
We saw that coming.
No surprise. But anyways, let's get to what happened in the last couple days. So let's start with New Jersey. So the Devils got Eric Holla. Eric Holla's $3.15 million cap hit off the books, and sent him back to Nashville, which
acquired a 99th overall pick.
Yeah, and a prospect, Jeremy Hansel. So let's take a look at Hansel real quick.
I'm reading this throughout. I'm thinking the Blackhawks really did something this week.
So Jeremy Hansel is 22 years old. He was drafted 187th overall by the Avs in 2023. The last 2 seasons he has been with the Milwaukee Admirals in the AHL. 2 seasons, 9 games, 2 assists. This past year with the Atlanta Gladiators of the ECHL.
Oh my gosh, he's in the E?
Yeah, he's in the E right now. 3 goals, 19 assists, 22 points in 61 games. Ugh.
That is awful.
Yeah.
They just traded away. So, honestly, New Jersey fleeced the crap out of Nashville.
Oh, I mean, look, Eric Holla is no stranger to the Nashville Predators. He played 51 games with them back in 2020-21. 21 points in 51 games. Eric Holla is a interesting player.
Yeah, he hasn't been good since 2020, though.
Yeah, I mean, he's been solid in the playoffs for the Devils. But, his last and only season of over 20 goals was in 2017-18 with Vegas. 29 goals, 26 assists, 55 points.
Part of the misfits is what they used to call Vegas.
He was a misfit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is going to be interesting. I did not expect it. Out of anywhere I expected him to go, I did not expect him to go back to Nashville.
No, I expected him to go somewhere else, not somewhere he used to play.
Yeah.
All right, let's get over to Chicago. Chicago was busy this week.
Yeah.
They re-signed Ryan
Donato
to a 4-year, $4 million contract, according to.
Yeah, so that's a really good. I like that contract a lot.
I really like that.
Donato was a surprise last year for them.
Yep.
So let's see here. So Donato last season for the Blackhawks in 80 games, 31 goals, 31 assists, 62 points on a bad Blackhawks team. Career highs in everything.
Which is good that he's able to perform around a bad team.
Yeah. So that's nice for Blackhawks fans. Anyways, they also made an interesting trade. They acquired Andre Burakovsky from the Seattle Kraken in exchange for Joe Veleno. So straight 1-for-1.
Yeah, but you don't see that too much anymore.
Yeah. That trade's tough. Veleno's still young, but he's kind of a third, fourth. He's a bottom sixer for sure.
Yeah, he is. But honestly, Seattle's not that good. So you don't know how good he actually is.
Yeah. So Burakovsky, he was a Stanley Cup champion in 2022 with the Avalanche. He's a 2-time Stanley Cup champion overall. He won it back in 2018 with Washington as well. But his tenure with Seattle over the last 3 years has been injury plus some injury with a side of injury. That's about it. So not a great stint
in Seattle
for Andre Burakovsky. So maybe he could be he's 30 years old. So I don't know what this necessarily means for him.
This could be a reset for him.
Yeah.
Actually, it's been a reset year for him. I mean, he's actually going to be a halfway decent player this year.
He didn't crack 40 points in 3 years in Seattle.
Oh, he's also hurt for 3 years.
Yeah,
so.
he was hurt. But he played 79 games last year and only had 37 points.
We'll see.
Anyways, yeah, so that was interesting. And then the Chicago Blackhawks also bought out defenseman TJ Brody.
Which should have been all done in the get-go.
Yeah, so the buyout period is still open. We'll see what the hell happens.
There's still one name not on that buyout period that should be in that buyout.
Yeah.
Don't know what we're waiting on.
Honestly, if TJ Brody retires, I wouldn't be surprised. He's 35 years old. He's a bottom pair defenseman.
He is.
Yeah.
Even on a team like Chicago.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's what the Blackhawks did. They did a lot. Let's go to Dallas.
Well, we're scrolling through because I want to see what was going on with the Pens and why we were starting to look up some Jari stuff. And it's a current rumor going around about us.
Yeah, that we're going to get Bowen Byram?
I wouldn't hate that.
I wouldn't hate it. I'm just worried about his injury history.
Well, I mean, he's also playing with Chris Letang, who is a walking history line. So we'll be fine.
Yeah.
We'll be fine.
All right, let's go to Dallas.
Yes.
So the first thing they did, they re-signed Matt Duchene to a 4-year, $4.5 million deal. I like the value, but I don't like the term.
I don't like the term. I think it's too long.
Yeah, so Matt Duchene is 34 years old, so he'll be 38 by the time his contract's up. But these past 2 seasons with Dallas, his first season, 25 goals, 40 assists, 65 points in 80 games. This season, he was a point per game. 30 goals, 52 assists, 82 points in 82 games.
Starting to turn into one of those fine wine players.
He kind of is. Like, yes, Matt Duchene is a journeyman, for sure.
Yes.
He was drafted by the Avalanche, 3rd overall in 2009. He had good seasons there, but he didn't have anything spectacular. His highest point total with the Avalanche was 70. He signs with Ottawa. We all know how that went.
Yeah.
Not good. Then gets traded to Columbus. That went even worse.
They don't know how it could get worse than Ottawa.
Yeah. Then signs with Nashville. He has a 43-goal season in Nashville in 21-22. Stupid.
Yeah.
That was also the year that Roman Josi popped the off, which also Speaking of Roman Yossi, who was just recently diagnosed with POTS, we're thinking of you. That sucks.
Yes.
That's anyways, Matt Duchene, I think he fits well in Dallas.
He does. I mean, he has to if they want back-to-back or the Western Conference Final and almost winning it
Yeah.
in back-to-back years.
Yeah, I mean,
Again, he has played in Dallas with a very potent offense. So, you also don't know how much he's actually doing and how much he's being surrounded around.
right, yeah. But then they made a trade that I am still pissed that the Penguins didn't bite on. They traded Mason Marchment to the Seattle Kraken in exchange for a 2026 third-round pick and the 126th overall pick this weekend. Mason fucking Marchment. I wanted this fucking guy so bad. I can't even tell you how bad I wanted this guy on the Penguins.
I knew this was bad when he sent me that text that this happened.
I was so pissed. Fucking hell, dude. Like,
it just I was working. I looked at my phone. I said, "What's going on?" And then I saw your text, and I just couldn't stop laughing. Like, why we have 30 picks? Why aren't we using them for anything?
well, we're gonna have to. We're gonna fucking have to.
We're gonna have to make some trades. There's no way we can rely on our core right now to carry us.
Yeah. I mean, don't give up our first-round pick.
No,
Not this year.
not this year. Unless the first round pick is for some star in the NHL, then I would bite on it.
Yeah. Moving on to Ottawa. They re-signed Fabian Zetterlund to a 3-year, $4.275 million deal. I was surprised when San Jose let him go,
Yeah.
but I think this is actually really good for him. I think he fits well in Ottawa.
I think you will too.
Yeah. So I like that.
Let's hear some big news that happened this week.
Yeah.
For the first time in 4 years? 3 years?
2.
2 years.
Yeah.
I know it's been a long time.
2 seasons off. Jonathan Taves will officially return to the NHL.
And of all places to go, he's coming back home.
He's going to the Winnipeg Jets. Yeah.
That is big for them.
That's huge.
That is huge.
We'll talk about their free agents in a little bit.
Yes. I had a buddy text me, Winnipeg Jets fan, also a Bronco fan. He has a tough life, okay? A very tough life. He said he was very happy to see that Jonathan Taves went to the Jets. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. It's nice to see Taves' name back in the NHL.
Yeah. So his deal's interesting.
Do you think this is his last year?
No, I don't. I think he's not going to sign a long-term deal anywhere, but
He got screwed in Chicago.
So Jonathan Taves, 3rd overall pick in 2006. Good God. 3-time Stanley Cup champion, of course.
Yeah, we know that.
His last season in the NHL, in 22-23, 53 games, 15 goals, 16 assists, 31 points. I saw his last road game with the Blackhawks.
Oh, when they were here?
When they were here. That 5-2 loss on my 20th birthday.
I don't know. I think this is Jonathan Taves' last year.
I don't know. But his deal's interesting.
Yeah, it's $5 million in performance bonuses.
Yeah, so the deal only counts for $2 million against the cap, which is really smart by the Jets. And it makes me think Kevin Cheveldayoff is going to win the Jim Gregory.
Yeah.
Which they don't announce till the draft. Why do they not announce that at the award show?
I don't know what we talked about the last.
Yeah, we ranted about this.
The awards in the NHL are so weird. They're as bad as baseball, which, by the way, I want to talk about at some point because the whole Hall of Fame thing and then the way they announce the awards,
it's bad.
It is all bad.
Yeah. But Jonathan Taves, yeah, he is back. He is back. So, deal includes $5 million in performance bonuses. He gets $550,000 added to his salary after 20 games, 30 games, 40 games, 50 games, and 60 games played. Additional $500, official $500,000 if the Jets make the playoffs and Taves plays at least 50 games.
Jeez.
An additional $250,000 for every series win, and he plays 50% of the playoff games. And then an additional $1 million if they win the Stanley Cup, and he plays at least half of the games.
Sounds like an NFL contract.
It's so strange.
That just sounds like a perfect NFL contract right there.
Yeah, but $2 million against the cap. I mean, hey, they're playing
works.
smart money, and I don't think the Jets really have a lot of cap space.
They don't, if I remember right.
All right, one more thing before we. Well, no, we'll get into the free agency at the end. The Carolina Hurricanes re-signed Eric Robinson to a 4-year, $1.7 million deal.
That's crazy.
I mean, hey, 1.7, great value.
Yeah.
Eric Robinson had a career year.
But often can he do
they
that?
re-signed this guy before Jack Roslovic?
Yeah.
What?
It never fails to surprise me at how the Caniacs continue to fumble.
Yeah. At least they don't have their entire roster as free agents this year.
Yeah, that's right. That's next year.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to staff changes, kind of. We're still waiting on the Dallas Stars to hire a new head coach, by the way.
Yeah, which is a little baffling to me.
It's taken a little long.
Well, Dan Muse announced his coaching staff for this year.
Yes.
And we officially have 3 bald men on our coaching staff.
All right. So
let's talk about the 3 bald men.
All right.
We have Dan Muse.
Yes.
Then we have
Andy Chiodo.
And then the return of one of the more famous goals in Penguin history.
Should we do the call?
Benito,
Nick Bonino!
He makes his return to the Pittsburgh Penguins on the bench as the assistant coach.
Yes.
We also got Todd Neeslin and Rich Kloon.
Yeah. All right. So let's break down. So, Todd Nelson, underrated hire, I must say.
Agreed.
So the past 3 years, he was the head coach of the Hershey Bears. He is a 3-time AHL champion, by the way. The prior 4 years, he was an assistant with the Dallas Stars. But he won his first Calder Cup in 2016-2017 with the Grand Rapids Griffins.
It's a great year.
And
16-17, great year.
And then this season, he was fine. He had a good year. But then the prior 2 seasons, back-to-back Calder Cup champion with the Hershey Bears.
Which is hard to do. It's hard to go back-to-back.
Yeah. So he's an experienced AHL head coach.
He has a win percentage of 141.53, 12-10 for a .755 percentage.
Yeah. He is insane. And
that is crazy.
If Dan Muse doesn't work out, you can promote that guy.
Yeah, that works.
You can easily promote that guy. Now, he did have one head coaching point in the NHL. In 2014-15, he was the interim head coach for the Edmonton Oilers. You know, the year that they got the first overall draft pick to draft Connor McJesus.
He was handed a very bad team, so I'm not even counting that as a thing.
Yeah. Moving on.
He's also, actually, a former draft pick by the Penguins, by the way.
Yes, he was.
In 1989, he was the 79th overall pick. He had 11 years professional career across the NHL, AHL, and Europe.
Yeah.
He appeared 1 game for the Penguins, but it still counts.
All right, let's move on to the big man, Nick Bonino.
A 2-time Stanley Cup champion with the Penguins in 2016 and 2017. The Penguins coaching staff follows a 15-year professional playing career across the NHL and AHL with a brief stop in Austria.
Yeah, he played in Austria last year. I had no idea.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
He was actually okay. 22 games, 6 goals, 11 assists, 17 points. Okay.
And
his last NHL season was not good.
No.
45 games with the Rangers, 1 goal, 4 assists, 5 points. I still remember when Sam Rosen tried to do the Bonino call. It was hilarious.
Yeah. Well, how about this? His career stats. 159 goals, 199 assists, 358 total points, and is a plus 30 in his career, which is hard to get.
And now he gets his first assistant coaching job back home. Should we call this his home? I know he didn't play here the longest out of any team, but
he won 2 cups here. This is his home.
Yeah.
The Penguins. I'm on Penguins website right now. And the next thing they mentioned was the HBK line.
Oh yeah,
the good old days.
Yeah. So and Carl Hagelin is I don't know where. He's a ghost.
Yes.
At the moment, and
Phil Kessel's playing poker.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, what a line.
Okay. Anyways, let's move over to Rich Clune.
He's 38, joined the Penguins after 1 season as an assistant coach over at Anaheim, which is why I thought we could have had a shot at Zegras, because assistant coach, just get it over with. Clune began his coaching career with the Toronto Maple Leafs organization. Began as a player development coach in 22 and joining the Toronto Marlies of the American Hockey League as the assistant coach in 23.
Okay.
He won the 2018 Calder Cup champion, by the way.
With the Marlies. Okay, so he has 5 NHL seasons under his belt. His last NHL season was 19 games in 2015-16 with the Leafs. The year they drafted Austin Matthews. He played 2013-14 with the Nashville Predators. He wasn't a good point getter. He had 3 goals, 4 assists, 7 points. But get this, he had 166 penalty minutes.
Dude's a dog. What I gotta tell you?
He's a dog.
He's a dog. Those are the type of players I love.
Yeah. So he was in the AHL. Well, actually, no, he wasn't even with the Milwaukee when they. He spent last season. It's not showing any stats as an assistant coach for the Ducks,
which is cool.
Yeah. But now he comes here, and I like it.
I like it too.
Andy Chiodo, we're all familiar with. He's been a
journeyman.
Yeah. Here's the funny thing that I didn't know. He was drafted the same year as Flower.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was also a goalie. So he was actually drafted twice. Because the Islanders pulled a Bengals and didn't sign him.
Oh, that's right.
In 2001. So he was drafted 166 overall by the Islanders in 2001. Never signed.
Smart man.
Yeah.
Very smart man.
And then was drafted 199th overall by the Penguins in 2003. So they drafted 2 goalies in 2003.
Yeah, because you didn't know what you're going to get out of Fleury at that time.
He played 1 NHL season with the Penguins. He played 8 games. Let's see. He went 3-4-1 with an .892 save percentage. That's respectable.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, 3.46 goals against average. 28 goals against in 8 games.
I don't mind him returning as our goaltender coach.
No, I don't think he's that bad. I hope Flower gets a goaltending coach job somewhere.
That's if he wants to.
That's if he wants to, yeah.
And then I think he's going to want to take time and spend it with his family.
Yeah. And then our assistant video coach.
I'm excited for this one. He's young.
Troy Paquette.
Young. He's 29 years old.
Is he really 29?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
He was native Kingston, Ontario, has spent the last 4 seasons, 2021 to 2025, as the video coach of the Toronto Marlies of the AHL.
Yeah.
Wow. How about the Marlies representing on our staff?
Yeah.
Prior to that, he was coaching with the Kingston Fortresses in the OHL.
Frontenacs.
I know, I said that wrong. The OHL, where he served as the video coach from 2018 to 21. So he has a lot of experience of being the video coach.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I love this staff. I think everything makes sense. You have everything from a young guy to a former 2-time Stanley Cup champion in the organization, knows the organization, how it works in and out. I love this move.
Yeah.
And let's just hope that we get a new ownership by that time. Because, with the whole Mario Lemieux thing going on.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get over to our free agencies before we get to Let's Just Talk.
Let's just talk. So let's do free agency. So, Puckpedia, please. I already have a Puckpedia tab open.
pulling one up right now.
All right, so let's start with the Central Division.
Okay.
So let's go to Chicago.
Chicago.
All right, so
There. Wait. Nope. Stop moving. Stop moving. There we go.
all right, so they have $22.5 million in projected cap space. They got some free agents. So, well, actually, no. This year, they really don't. They don't have on their NHL roster. They don't have any unrestricted free agents. God damn it, Shea Weber is still showing up on their fucking top.
Are you serious?
Because Utah used him as a trade asset at the deadline instead of the fucking Chicago, where he's never gonna play again.
By the way, Seth Jones' contract is still on this on the books.
I mean, hell, they had to fucking retain that. $9.5 million. Are you kidding me? They had to retain that. So now they have TJ Brody's buyout on the books for the next 2 seasons. $3.2 million against the cap this year. $258,000 next year. So that's actually not a bad buyout.
That's insane.
It's really not a bad buyout. So looking at their free agents coming up, it's not bad. So honestly, their biggest, well, it's Philip Kurashev.
Yeah.
Restricted free agent. Kind of expecting them to re-sign him. They may take him to arbitration, which is kind of ridiculous because I think he's pretty decent.
I think he's too good to be in arbitration.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
And then Arvid Soderblom, goalie. Yeah, he's going to have to be their backup because, Laurent Brossoit, we don't know. He was hurt all season. I don't know if he's going to come back next season.
I doubt they're going to sign him because they already have Spencer Knight.
They have Brossoit's on for another year.
Well, let's look at the ages of this. So Knight is 24.
Soderblom's 25.
And then we got a 32-year-old.
Laurent Brossoit.
Do you want the experienced guy behind the young 24-year-old, or do you want to just go young, go 24, 25?
In this case, it's really tough because, look, Brossoit he's a backup at this point in his career.
Yeah.
He kind of always has been, let's be honest.
Yeah.
But he's a damn good backup.
He's a really good backup.
Yeah, he just missed all last season because got hurt.
Yeah.
So,
kind of the reason why they got Spencer Knight.
Yeah.
Which has been a diamond for them.
And Laurent Brossoit has a Stanley Cup.
Yes, he does.
So,
I think they're going to let...
I mean, they have to keep Knight, right?
Yes.
They have to keep Spencer Knight.
Well, yeah, because he's on the books this year.
Yeah.
Next year, he's a restricted free agent.
And they gotta extend his ass.
Yeah.
Shit, Weber's still on the books.
I just can't believe that.
It's ridiculous. And then Wyatt Kaiser, yeah, I guess re-sign him. I don't know. And then Louis Crevier, I don't know who you are. Yeah. Yeah, this is a team of a kind of a bunch of nobodies.
Which is expected.
Also,
They've been bad for almost a decade.
Thinking ahead, do they try to sign Bedard early? No?
He hasn't done enough.
He's a restricted free agent next year. It's the end of his entry-level contract. So,
He hasn't done enough. In my opinion, you should take the rookies to their last year of their contract and see what they do.
Yeah.
You shouldn't sign them long term unless they're
They have 4 entry-level contracts expiring after the season. So they have Connor Bedard, Frank Nazar, Kevin Korchinski, and Nolan Allen. So
that's a lot of moves.
That's a lot to
do.
do.
That's a lot to do.
And on top of that, they have Nick Foligno, Jason Dickinson, Ilya Mikheyev, and Connor Murphy all as unrestricted free agents next season.
Yeah, but the thing about it, Bedard's not like a prospect like McDavid was or Austin Matthews was.
Yeah.
So it's like you're taking a massive gamble.
Yeah, I don't know.
Kind of like what Utah's going through with Coley.
Yeah.
Because they're about to go through the same exact thing with Coley in the next year too. Which is crazy to think about. It's already been that long.
All right, let's go to Colorado.
Yeah, let's go to Colorado. Let me pull back up my site. Sorry.
All right. Ooh. $1.2 million in projected cap space. Ouch.
They have no wiggle room.
Not even a little bit. And they got some free agents. Okay.
Now
They've got 6 unrestricted
no. What are you looking at?
on their NHL roster. They've got 6 current unrestricted free
Oh,
agents.
2025 to 26. Yeah, I see it now.
Yeah. So, their biggest free agent, man, it's a lot of lower-end guys. So, you got Eric Johnson, 37 years old. Retire?
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know. But then on the other end of their defense core, they've got Tucker Pullman. I forgot you were a person.
Look, we're being honest. Eric Johnson, walk. Pullman, walk.
Lindgren?
They have to sign.
Yeah.
He's only 27. So
That was a solid trade for the Rangers, for both sides, honestly.
that which also leaves you with a decision here on their wingers.
Yeah. So Jimmy Vesey, he's gonna walk.
He's gonna walk.
Jamie Vesey's gonna walk. Duran, no. They have to resign him.
Yeah, but which also leaves you the predicament of letting a 29-year-old walk away.
Joel Kiviranta. Yeah. I mean, Kiviranta is a bottom sixer, but he's been a solid guy for them.
Yes.
So, I don't know. It's tough.
I can see Joel walking,
Yeah.
but it's gonna be hard.
I cannot see Duran.
I can't believe they only have 1.2 left.
They're gonna have to they're gonna have to make a trade. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they ended up trading someone like Charlie Coyle. Cause look, he's 5.25 for
Not
one more
Brock
year.
Nielsen.
No, yeah, Brock Nelson's deal is kind of hindering them.
That's insane.
Yeah. So they may end up having to trade him. They may end up having to trade Natchez, which they really don't want to
but
trade.
who's gonna take that $7.5 million hit for the next 3 years?
Oh no, they're not trading Nelson, but Marty Natchez.
Oh yes.
They're gonna have to.
Yeah.
I mean, Marty Natchez makes 6.5
that's still a massive hit.
for one more year. Because the Canes could have signed him long term, but they didn't.
No, they decided to sit on their hands.
Even though he was their leading point, he led the entire team in points. Yeah, it's all right. Dallas.
Let's get this one out of the way.
Dallas is interesting. So they have $2.75 million in cap space after
And no coach.
and no coach. So after the Matt Duchene contract, after also signing Maverick Bourque and Nils Lundqvist to 1-year deals. So they have a huge free agent coming up. Their captain, Jamie Benn.
Retired.
I don't know. I think he's going to keep playing, but I don't think he's staying in Dallas.
Oh,
Send him home. He's going to the Canucks.
I don't see him going to Canucks.
I think it would happen. And then they also have Evgeny Dodonov.
Segan's contract's not even close to being up yet.
Oh no, bud.
Dude, he's gonna be so old.
He's 33. He'll be 35 at the end of his contract.
That's old in the NHL now, dude. You know that.
Yeah, but obviously they just signed Mikko Rantanen to a 8-year, $12 million deal.
Agreed. He should be getting paid that
I
much.
mean, yeah, it's Mikko fucking Rantanen. But then they also have Rope Hintz making $8.45 for the next, God, how many years?
Till
2031.
Yeah.
2031. And then Wyatt Johnston making 8.4. Wyatt Johnston's a fucking stud at 22.
And Matt Duchene.
4.5. 4.5 is really not bad for him. It's just 4 years is a lot. But then they got Evgeny Dodonov. He's walking.
Yeah, Cody Ceci.
Cody Ceci is walking. Mikhail Granlund is interesting.
Smith is also going to be walking.
Also, let's just say it how it is. Penguins legend Cody Ceci and Penguins legend Mikhail Granlund. Mikhail Granlund's staying, I think.
They'll sign him to a low
They'll sign him
contract.
to a low deal. Also, screw you for performing well in San Jose and Dallas.
Just not here.
Yeah.
What's up with that? Well, it was
Bullshit.
also, it could have been coaching, too.
Yeah, it's bullshit. And then Colin Blackwell, yeah, he's walking.
If Jamie Benn comes back, it's just going to be a 1-year contract.
He's not retiring.
It's a 1-year contract.
You think so?
That's it.
It's Jamie fucking Benn.
It doesn't matter. He's 35 years old. And he's not like a Crosby who can keep playing on a high level at all times.
I mean, yeah, but
So he's getting a 1-year contract if I was the GM. That just fired your head coach.
yeah. I know he
For
has.
no reason.
Does he have a Hart Trophy or does he have a Rocket? I think he has a Rocket.
I'm looking at it right now. Isn't it on Buckpedia?
No, I gotta look at his NHL.
Why do they have that on here?
I don't know.
That would just make sense.
He had so many chances to win a cup.
So many.
So many. You can call him dirty all you want, but he's
He's a good player
yeah.
at the end of the day.
So he's got an Art Ross. So he was a leading point getter in 14-15. So
Oh, they even have what stick he uses? That's cool.
yeah. Yeah. This is an interesting year for Dallas. Also Brennan Smith is walking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, easily.
He's 36 years old. They have Casey DeSmith for 2 more years.
It's $1 million. It's $1 million. All right.
That Odger contract is massive, dude.
Ottinger's contract is huge. What the hell are they doing paying Essa Lindell till 2030?
I saw that, and they also buying out
Oh, they have a buyout? Oh, yeah.
Ryan Sutter.
They still have Suter for 1 more year. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oof. Yikes. Okay.
All right, let's move on down.
Let's move to Minnesota.
Minnesota.
All right, so they have $15 million in projected cap space.
They finally got that Marc-Andre Fleury contract off their books.
Yeah. So currently they're in a massive contract dispute with young guy Marco Rossi. I don't know what happens with him. I don't know what they're going to do with him. He's an RFA, and he has 4 more years until he can just automatically be a UFA. So
He's only 23.
he's 23. I really want Kyle Dubas to fucking trade for him.
Because we could afford him.
Yeah, we can afford him.
Because you realize
We can sign him long term. He'll play really well with someone like Rutger. Yeah.
and then we're about to get that Evgeny Malkin contract off the books.
Yeah, we're going to get Gino's contract off the books. So, and then they don't have that many guys. Their biggest free agent outside of Rossi is Gustav Nyquist, who's 35 years old.
By the way, they actually do. Go down their goaltending.
Gustafsson with 1 more year.
Yeah.
Do they...
They have to sign him now.
Yeah.
While they have the time.
July 1st, lock his ass up.
They have to lock him up.
Him and Kaprizov.
Yes. Those are your first 2.
Yeah.
I can see John Mueller walking.
Yeah, Merrill's going to walk. Actually, no. I think Merrill might stay.
I think he's going to walk.
They're not going to qualify Declan Chisholm.
Nope.
There's no way. Brazo.
They have 3 buyouts this year.
Brazo's going to walk. They have 3 buyouts? Wait, from what? They've got $1 million in carryover coverage. Zach Parise. Oh my God, they're still paying those for 4 more years. What the fuck?
800.
I thought those were over.
Nope.
Oh my God. Probably 2 of the worst contracts in NHL history.
Yeah, those were insanely bad.
Yeah. But yes, lock up Gustafsson. Lock up Kaprizov. Does Kaprizov make over 10?
No.
You don't think so?
He's not there yet.
You don't think so? He's making 9 right now.
Keep him at 9.
All right.
He needs to prove more before he gets up to that double digit.
What more does he have to prove? He's like a 40, almost a 50 goal scorer.
Yeah, and how far did they go in the playoffs with him?
I guess, but a lot of that was Dean Evanson's fault.
All right, let's keep it on. Move on. Let's go to Nashville.
Oh boy.
$14 million in cap space,
Okay, that's not bad.
but they have one.
They actually don't have that many.
No, they have next to nothing.
No. So Jacob Verana, I
They have
forgot. They don't have any buyouts.
They have 2 buyouts.
Duchesne. Oh God, yeah, they bought out Duchesne. Jesus.
Yeah,
And then Kyle Turris.
and then they have 1 retained. for this year.
Ekholm at 250. I mean, that's nothing.
No, it's nothing at all.
That's nothing. But their buyouts are 9% of their cap.
Which is crazy.
Anyways, so, there's one name. He's a restricted free agent that they have to lock the fuck up, and that's Luke Evangelista.
Yeah, that I don't see that. I see that being done very soon.
They're gonna lock him up.
Yeah,
Which they should, because Evangelista is really solid, and he's 23 years old. Jacob Verana is gonna walk. Honestly, he might play overseas.
yeah. He's not staying in the NHL.
Yeah, Mark Del Gaizo. I don't know who you are.
Unrestricted free agent group 6.
Yeah. So
You want to explain to the viewers what that is?
So that means he hasn't met quite the same conditions. He hasn't met enough conditions. I think it might have been like games played.
Okay, here we go. When a contract ends with a restricted free agent status, the player becomes a Group 6 UFA if several conditions are met.
Yeah.
So
yeah, there's something missing there.
So they have a lot of wiggle room.
Yeah. Now they are going to have a lot of free agents next year, but it looks like it's a lot of lower end guys because you got like Jeremy Lozon, Jordan Osterley, a lot of guys are probably going to walk. Eric Holla,
Cole Smith,
Michael Bunting,
Penguin legend. You put some respect on his name, okay?
The only one out of those UFAs next year that I can see them kind of focusing on is Colton Sissons, who's already 31, but
that Philip Forsberg contract is wild.
8.5. I mean, it's Philip Forsberg. Come on.
And then Stamkos are paying $8 million too.
That Stamkos contract is not good.
No,
it's not good.
It's coming back and biting them in the ass right now.
And on top of that, Marcia Stowe at 5.5 for that long. Yeah. Yeah. Even worse than that, Brady Shea, $7 million for the next 6 years.
Their contract decisions baffle me every year.
I like Barry Trotz. I think but he's not off to a great start as GM.
No, he's not.
He's not. All right, let's go to STL.
St. Louis.
Yeah. So $5 million in projected cap space.
That's so bad.
But 2 unrestricted free agents.
Okay, so they don't have too much to do. Okay, 1 restricted. They have
2. No, 2. So Ryan Suter is going to retire.
You see what I'm saying.
Ryan Suter is going to retire.
So they realistically only have 1.
Yeah. So Ryan Suter is 40 years old. He's going to retire. Joel Hofer is a restricted free agent.
Yeah, they're going to get him like $1 million contract at most.
Yeah.
He's going to get like the Casey DeSmith.
Yeah, maybe. And
they have a buyout.
They do have a buyout. It's just carryover coverage, probably from Suter, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And then their only unrestricted free agent is Radek Faksa. I don't know what's gonna happen with him. He could 31. Walk. He's 31 years old. He was fine for them this year. 70 games. Okay, no, he actually wasn't. 70 games, 5 goals, 10 assists, 15 points.
He's gonna walk. I can see them signing him, but he's gonna walk.
Yeah, probably.
Because I think they're gonna lock up Matthew Joseph.
You think they're gonna lock up P.O.'s brother?
Yeah.
Really?
Not for long, but that's one less free agent they gotta worry about that actually does stuff for them.
Maybe they should lock up Penguins legend Oscar Sundqvist.
Could do that.
Yeah. Or Alexei Toropchenko.
Yep.
Dylan Holloway is a restricted free agent next year. What a buyout. Or what an offer sheet.
Yeah, great offer sheet.
Offer sheet masterclass from Doug Armstrong. But yeah, there's really not much to talk about with St. Louis. They're in good shape.
Yeah, they're in great shape for the free agents.
Yeah. All right. Utah.
$20 million in cap space.
Welcome to Utah Zona.
All right.
All right. So it's not a ton.
The obvious Coley is a free agent after next year.
He's requested a trade.
As we saw.
Yeah.
How true that's going to be, we don't know yet.
Yeah. So, there's already, scroll down to their defense core. Their only unrestricted free agent this year is confirmed to not stay. That's Robert Bortuzzo.
Yes.
Penguins legend Robert Bortuzzo. I'm deep into the Puck Report NHL Instagram broadcast channel, so I see this kind of stuff. He is confirmed to not be staying.
Jeez.
Don't bring him home, please.
Well, please don't.
Do not. No. But then they've got other Penguins legend, Nick Bjugstad. I don't know what to do with him. Maybe they re-sign him. That mountain of a man.
Ooh.
What? Oh, boy.
I'm reading this thing about Coley.
Oh, boy. What do we got? Can I say a NBA story for a second?
Yeah.
It is confirmed that Tyrese Halliburton does have a torn Achilles.
He's going to be out for next season.
You think so?
Yeah. Kind of like remember when Klay Thompson did that
Yeah.
back in
2019?
2019? It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. That means Thielet's not going to be watching much of the NBA next year.
Nope.
Which sucks. So I'm starting to get into it.
Yeah.
I just feel bad for them in general. So there's no big news on the Logan Coley except the request to trade.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah.
The request was put in. Doesn't mean it has to be met. It's not the NFL where when a request to trade is put in that it's automatically done. This is just a formality.
Yeah. Again, Utah Zone is in good shape.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep calling them Utah Zone because it's just funny.
Well,
and their biggest contract is Mikhail Sergachev,
yeah.
who's a damn good defenseman, and he's only 26 years old.
Yeah, it's only 8.5 for 1, 2, 3, 4 more years.
Yeah.
So,
No,
John
6.
Marino.
6.
I could see John Marino at $4 million get a little extension.
Yeah, I guess no, they can't do that till next year. But
They can do something because they're about to lose another. What about Ole Mata? Okay, 3.5 for 2 more years.
3.
3 more years.
Penguins legend Ole Mata.
Stanley Cup champion Ole Mata.
2-time Stanley Cup champion.
It's just
Ole Mata.
crazy because he was so bad. So bad. All right, let's move over to
Winnipeg. The Great White. $24 million in cap space.
Well, no, scratch that. That can't be right. Because did they add the Tays contract in there?
That's $2 million.
Oh, yeah, scratch that. So it's $22 million.
And it's in there already.
Oh, is it? I didn't think it was in there yet.
Oh, it's in there. Yeah. So Jonathan Taves is in there. He can't officially like ink the deal until July 1st.
Yeah.
But it's in there. So
Yeah, Scheifele's contract's gonna really bite them.
yeah, but it's Mark Scheifele. Now, one name that is a unrestricted free agent after this season. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense to lock him up now. Kyle Connor.
Yeah, they have to lock him.
Yeah.
Yeah, no way you can't hold off on that.
With that much cap space, like,
I was surprised they have that much cap space with
honestly,
their contracts.
do they match Scheifele's deal?
Yeah.
Yeah, because, like, this man's a former 40-plus goal scorer.
Yeah, you have to match it. They do almost the same amount of production for them.
Yeah. Like, he's had a 47-goal season. He scored 41 last year, this past season. Like, yeah. So, looking at their free agents.
Brandon Tanev is a free agent.
Don't bring him home.
Come on. He played good for us.
Really?
He was really good for us. He was good in the playoffs, too.
I mean, I do remember that overtime goal against Colorado.
And he will be another...
He's 33.
Doesn't matter. He still hits people.
Yeah, he does hit. Maybe.
I wouldn't mind him here. Like a short-term bottom 6 type deal.
Now, their big unrestricted free agent right now is Nikolai Ehlers. What do they do with him? Does he walk? Does he stay? He's going to get money wherever he goes.
But they also got to think long-term.
Yeah.
They also got Kyle Connor coming down the pipe.
Kyle Connor's coming up. I think Toninato is going to walk easily.
Yes.
I think they're gonna qualify Velarde. I don't think they're gonna qualify Barron.
Mm-mm.
and I don't. I could see them qualifying Kupari, but they're gonna re-sign Appleton.
Yes.
They're absolutely gonna re-sign Mason Appleton. Ehlers, I've heard a lot that he's not gonna stay. He's gonna walk. I just don't know where.
Which isn't well. They also have 2 defensemen they have to figure out too.
Yeah, Hayden Fleury, he's gonna be a PTO.
Yeah,
honestly, and then Dylan Sandberg, I think they're gonna qualify him and sign him to like a 2 or 3 year deal. So maybe bridge deal him.
Yeah,
and then
go from there.
Yeah, just go from there because he's 26.
Give him a 2-year contract. He'll be like 28, and you can see where his career is going to go from there.
And then there are the goalies, Chris Drieger, who is the definition of IR.
Yeah, well, he's going to walk. They're going to keep Eric as their backup.
They're going to keep Comrie as their backup.
And they already have Hellbuck locked up to 2031.
They do have Nate Schmidt on a buyout
for 1 year.
For 1 year at $1.6 million.
That's not crazy. They're in good shape.
Yeah. But Nate Schmidt just won a Stanley Cup, so ouch.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the Pacific. Let's start in Anaheim. The guys who have news of the day.
Yeah.
So, they did not retain any of Zegras' contract. He is fully off the books.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And Paling only brings on 1.9. So that means they have $36 million in projected cap space.
Good on Puckpedia for getting that all fixed around.
Oh, already. Yeah. They know how to do that shit. So, their biggest free agent is Penguins legend Brock McGinn.
I just saw that. Oh, man.
He's walking.
Oh, he's walking.
He's
He's
so
31 years old. He's walking.
He's so walking. He missed most of the last season after a torn ACL.
You didn't do too bad for us. It wasn't terrible.
Yeah, but he's not coming back here.
No.
Robbie Fabry, I think they re-sign him. Now that Zegras is gone, there's no rhyme or reason they shouldn't keep McTavish.
Agreed.
I don't think he wants to stay necessarily, but
they got a restricted free agent name that it's just speaking to me. Your twin, Isaac
Lundestrom. My Swedish brother. That was a terrible accent.
Terrible, dude. Jeez.
I can normally do a Swedish accent pretty well, but anyways, that's not important.
Get an acting coach. We go to Point Park. We should have an acting coach for you. Come on now. Oh my gosh. Disappointing.
Isaac Lundestrom.
Okay, let's just keep it going.
That was pretty good.
Let's keep it moving.
All right. Anyways, and then on their defense, Oliver Shillington. Yes, it's Shillington, not Kylington.
Yeah. What?
Swedish. Shillington is an unrestricted free agent. He's walking.
But they also have Trouba on his last year of his contract.
Oh, the man who loves to chuck elbows.
He plays hockey great. He plays great hockey.
Also, their captain only has 1 year left. Radko Gudas is 35 years old. That might have been the worst captain pick ever.
Worst captain pick.
I mean,
awful captain pick.
Well, besides Jacob Trouba.
Yeah. Well, they also have Gibson on 1 year left on his contract, who's also been aimed to be traded. So,
yeah, he has. He denied a trade to Edmonton. I don't know if you saw that.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Smart. Very smart.
Yeah. So, look, there was a rumor a couple of years ago that, or was it last year, that he requested a trade? He never requested a trade.
No.
That did not happen. Look, he's got $6.4 million for the next 2 years. Oh, their backup is an RFA. Actually, their future starter is an RFA. Lucas Dostal.
They're going to sign him.
They have to lock his ass up. He's so fucking good, dude.
He has $36 million in contract room.
He's 25 years old. He is insane.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Yeah. They're going to lock his ass
Gibson's going to be a Penguin by the end of this year.
You think so?
He's coming
by
home.
the end of the calendar year?
He's coming home.
Yeah, right.
He's coming home,
yeah,
okay?
Yeah, right.
Mark my words. It is currently June 23rd, 2025. He's going to be a Penguin.
You know where I think he's going?
Where?
I think he's going to the CBJ.
No, he's going to Penguin.
No, he's going to the CBJ.
He's coming home.
He's going to the CBJ.
Isaac, okay? In every franchise mode I've ever done, I brought him home. Okay? He's coming home.
Anaheim's in okay shape. Let's go to Calgary.
Okay.
All right. $25 million in projected cap space.
Do they still have a certain contract in their...
Who are you looking for?
Yeah, Markstrom's still on their books.
Markstrom still. Oh yeah, they had to retain his ass.
Mm-hmm.
But one more year, 1.875. That's not bad. Okay.
Wolf has one more year left and he's restricted.
They're gonna lock his ass up.
Oh, he's pretty good.
Yeah, Dan Vladar, their backup, is an unrestricted free agent.
They're gonna let him walk.
You think they're gonna let Vladar walk and use Devin Cooley as their permanent backup?
Yeah. Why not?
Ugh.
Wolf don't get hurt. So
Wolf's a future starter.
Yeah,
for sure.
It'll be fine.
Okay, so there's already guys that are confirmed. Anthony Mantha is confirmed to not be staying.
Yes.
Even though he's coming off a torn ACL. Dubas. Honestly, why not? Bring a former cap to Pittsburgh?
It can't hurt.
Yeah. He'd be a good locker room guy.
Yeah, very good locker room guy.
So, yeah, I think, and also he's 6'6". He is massive. He can actually hit Ryan Graves.
Yeah, we'll see.
Kevin Rooney, I don't know what the hell they do with him. Morgan Frost restricted is interesting. So, he was on the winning end of the trade that brought him here from the Flyers.
Yes.
I think they hold on to him and maybe bridge deal him.
Give him a 2-year contract, see where he's at. Well, they also got Connor Zary on the books.
Yeah, Connor Zary, he's 23. This past year, 54 games, 13 goals, 14 assists, 27 points.
By the way, Frost is in arbitration.
Yeah, he is arbitration eligible. So they could wait on that, but that would take him into August with that. And I don't think he wants to wait that long. I don't think they want to wait that long.
We'll see. I think it could happen.
Yeah. Good God, the Jonathan Huberdeau contract is so bad.
It is. It is really bad.
$10.5 million for the next 6 years. Oh my God, it's awful. It's just horrifying.
It's what's holding them back, to be honest, from moving anywhere. And no one wants that contract either.
No.
So you're going to have to retain some of it in a trade.
Yeah. And then they got Matt Coronado for the next 7 and Yegor Sharangovich for the next 6 or 5. Sharangovich, it wasn't a great year for him last year, but his first year in Calgary was really good.
Yeah.
I think he's going to bounce back. I don't know if there's really any guys that they really need to focus on for next year. Maybe Ryan Lomberg, but he's already 30.
Yeah, and at that point, you're just playing it year to year with him.
I don't think they're going to re-sign Rasmus Anderson next year.
I don't either. I think he's gone.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the Flames are actually in decent shape, all things considered.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go to Edmonton.
The reigning, defending, undisputed Western Conference champions.
Yeah, but back-to-back losers.
All right, $11 million in cash space.
Yeah, that's crap.
Oof. Okay, well, it's a lot of older guys.
Corey Perry retiring.
It's Corey Perry, though. So you don't know until you know.
Really good cup final.
You don't know until you know.
Conspiracy captain is a free agent.
Conspiracy captain and Penguins legend. I swear to fucking God, if you bring him home, do not. He's one of Dubas's guys, to be honest, because he was in Toronto with him too. No.
Jeff Skinner. Is it unrestricted free agent?
Jeff Skinner's on my you list.
I know he is.
Because of that game against the Sabres in 22-23 when he literally gave Gensel a stick to the face.
They also have a buyout.
They do? Who would that be? Jack Campbell.
Until 2030.
Oh, hell. I mean, it's 2.3 this year, 2.6 next year.
2025 to 2026. Look at Connor McDavid next year.
Yeah, McJesus is he's not in any rush to sign a contract. That's the thing.
He's a trade.
Bullshit. He makes 12 and a half. There's no shot.
He's getting traded.
There's no fucking shot.
He's going to get traded. It's going to happen. He doesn't want to be in Edmonton after losing 2 straight there.
No. That's not happening.
I think it could happen.
He's gonna sign a contract by December.
Whatever you say, I can see him getting traded as one of those massive trades.
I mean, you could always see him walking.
Which would be insane if he walks.
Yeah. But besides him, they really shouldn't. They have a lot of free agents next year, but they shouldn't really look ahead to anyone.
Except him.
Because, like...
Evander Kane.
He's going to walk. Adam Henrique might retire by that point.
Yeah.
Victor Arvidsson's... Well, I mean...
He's only 32.
They might retain Victor Arvidsson. I don't know. Ekholm.
Max Jones is another one.
Jake Wallman.
It's a couple.
Yeah.
Next year's a big deal for them.
And then in terms of their defensemen, Evan Bouchard is a restricted free agent this year. I don't think they qualify him.
No. He's arbitration eligible.
He is. But if they don't qualify him, then he's unrestricted automatically.
Yes.
Which
would be cool to see him as a free agent and have him get off that team.
I think he's going to the Leafs.
I think he's going to the Leafs too.
Yeah.
I see him going to Toronto.
Yeah.
Stuart Skinner's on his last year of his deal. They should let him walk.
Send him to the SHL.
Yeah. He was so bad in that.
John Klingberg, unrestricted. I don't know what the hell happens with him.
Calvin Pickard's unrestricted after this year too.
They need a goalie.
Oh yeah, they do.
They need a goalie.
They need a goalie, and they need it quick. Hey, why don't you bite the bullet? Take Cheech and Joy off our hands. You go ahead and take. You like bad goalies? You might as well take out.
Hey, hometown kid.
Yeah, you might as well bite the bullet.
Sure.
Take that off our hands and give us a defenseman out of it.
Anyways, let's go to my third love. The Los Angeles Kings.
Oh my god. You mean Edmonton Oilers' baby?
Shut up.
the little brother? The team that they smack around every year?
Yeah, that ain't gonna last. That ain't gonna last.
You still have a contract on your books. Mike Richards.
Oh my god, they're still paying Mike Richards
for $600,000 for the next so many years.
Oh my god. Why? That was the worst that's one of the worst contracts ever.
Yeah, a lot of free agents actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's a lot of lower end guys. Okay.
Yeah.
Trevor Lewis is gonna retire.
Yes.
Tanner Jeannot, we already know, is walking.
Yes, we heard that today.
Alex Laferriere, lock his ass up.
Yes, but he's also offer sheet ineligible.
Yeah, he's offer sheet ineligible and arbitration ineligible. So you qualify him or you don't.
Yes. Taylor Ward at 27 is an unrestricted free agent. He can walk.
Taylor Ward hasn't played a lot of games. So I kind of like to see him back on a 1-year deal just to see what he can do. But I don't know. And then Andrei Kuzmenko, I love him in LA. I think they signed him up to like a 3-year deal. And maybe like 3 years, $3 million.
Oh. You have a lot of like entry-level contracts on your books.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, you got Sam Hellenius, you got Jeff Mallow, you got Andre Lee,
Brent Clark, if I'm saying that name right.
Brent Clark, they gotta figure out soon.
Yeah, he has $850,000 in performances too.
Yeah, Jordan Spence, they gotta figure out soon.
I don't see any big names for free agents.
Then looking ahead to next year, well, here's my big question ahead of next year. Will this be Anze Kopitar's last year? Probably.
Most likely.
He makes $7 million. He's going to be an unrestricted free agent next year.
If he goes anywhere, it's going to be like another ring chasing type deal.
I mean, he'll go down as one of the greatest Kings players in history
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
But then next year, Adrian Kempe is also a free agent.
That's big. I don't
That's
see him
huge.
staying. I don't.
You see Adrian Kempe walking? I don't.
I'd see him walking to a team like for a cup. I see him ring chasing.
Maybe. I don't know. He's such a good goal scorer, too.
He is a really good goal scorer, especially in NHL, too.
Yeah. And then also, unrestricted, Vlad Gavrikov. Dubas?
Maybe.
He's 29.
He is 29.
He's a defensive defenseman. I mean, he had 5 goals this year. 30 points. It's not bad.
We could see.
Yeah. He was on terrible CBJ teams. Absolutely terrible. Oh no, what are you doing?
I looked at the San Jose.
Oh dear God.
You might want to hop. We might want to hop over this right now.
All right, let's go to the Sharks.
Martin Jones is still on their books.
Bullshit.
Nope.
$41 million in cap space.
They have Martin Jones at 1.6. They have
Martin Jones on a buyout. Nikolai Knyzhov. Okay.
Erik Karlsson still on their books.
2 more years. Oh my God, I forgot they're retaining on Hurdle. Oh, fuck.
They have a crap ton of entry level deals, which is saving their cap space right now.
The definition of the last minute deadline trade. Okay, so it's a lot of restricted free agents. So they have 2 unrestricted free agents. Jan Ruda, Penguins legend, walking. Alexander Georgiev, we already know he's walking.
Oh yeah, that's what you told me today, right?
Yeah, we already know he's walking.
Smart for him, man.
But then, I don't know enough about Romanov to really know what he's like. But Askarov's their goalie of the future.
Yes.
Obviously.
Yes.
And then RFAs.
Noah Gregor.
They're not going to qualify.
Kim Kostinen.
Klim Kostin.
Klim.
They may qualify him.
I don't see them qualifying him.
Nikolai Kovalenko is interesting. I think
they're going to qualify him.
Yeah, they're going to qualify him. Oh God, and they still have to pay. They have to pay Couture on LTIR for the next 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
For $8 million. Oh fuck. Oh, that's brutal. And then Thomas Bordelot. Maybe. And then Jack Thompson is arbitration ineligible. They don't qualify him.
Nope.
Maybe he gets offer sheeted. Honestly, I don't know. It's always the most random guys that get offer sheeted. Yeah.
Their captain on his last year of his contract, 2 years contract.
Yeah. Couture, but he retired. He's on LTI. He's on LTIR for the last 2 years of his contract.
Mm-hmm.
So, $8 million. That's rough. But they've got $41 million in cap space. Yeah. They have hit cap floor. All right, let's go to the deep. Let's go to Seattle.
All right, let's get this one out of the way.
All right. Okay.
All right.
So
18.6.
18.6. They got Matty Beniers on a good contract, and then Chandler Stevenson on a god awful contract. So unrestricted, the only one is Mikey Asamont. 2-year deal.
At best.
Yeah. Capo Caco. Damn, that was a good trade.
Yeah.
Damn, that was a good trade.
They're gonna qualify him.
They're gonna qualify him, and he's gonna get. I don't want to say he's gonna get locked up, but he might get bridge deal.
I think Ty Corda is gonna walk.
Cartier, they're not gonna qualify, which sucks because he's good.
Yeah, but he's not good enough.
Yeah. Look, this season, I mean, 63 games, 6 goals, 7 assists, 13 points.
That's not good.
That's not that great. But the year before, 11 goals, 9 assists, 20 points. And 77 games.
Evans Riker, their defenseman.
Oh, Riker Evans. Yeah. He's arbitration ineligible.
I see them getting him too, keeping him
Yeah,
around.
they'll keep him.
They have room to play.
He's young enough.
They have no buyouts, no retains, and no buried contracts.
No buried contracts. Looking ahead to next year, Jaden Schwartz, they're gonna wait on him, but I think he's gonna stay. Jordan Eberle is not gonna stay.
No, he's gone.
No, even though he's their captain, he is not gonna stay.
He's walking.
He's walking. He might retire at that point. Honestly, he's dealt with so many injuries. He had a huge pelvis injury this last season. Mason Marchment, God damn it, Kyle. Ellie Tolvanen, he'll stay probably. And then Penguins legend Jamie Alexiak, who's only 32 years old, which is insane.
Yeah. Jared McKinnon's contract right now has 10 teams on his no trade clause.
Yeah, that's pretty normal.
That's insane. 16 teams for Schwartz.
He only makes 5?
Yeah.
That's a good value.
Yeah, for a great
For
player.
a former 40-goal scorer?
Yeah.
You kidding me?
Yeah.
Damn. All right. Let's go to Vancouver.
Vancouver.
$12 million in cap space.
Not a lot of room to work with, but enough. They have one entry-level deal, three unrestricted free
agents. So, obviously the big one, Brock Besser.
Yes.
This is my number one target for the Penguins.
Yes.
100%.
This is the guy they need.
Yes. Because, let's be honest, he's affordable. He's not that affordable.
But he's affordable. If I remember right, we have a lot of room, don't we?
I think we could do him at I think we could get him at 6 years, $8 million.
No, I'm pulling up our cap room. Give me a sec. We have 22.9 percentage.
We could get him at 8.
We can get him at 8.
We can get him at 8, maybe even 8.5. Because we might move off from Erik Karlsson. If we move up from Jari, that's only going to help us.
We really should move off of Jari.
Yeah. But yeah, he's my number one target because I still don't think Mitch Marner is necessarily achievable. As much as you think he's going to come here,
I think it could happen.
It could happen for sure because Dubas loves his f***ing guys.
He does love his guys.
But, yeah. So, Brock Besser's my number one target for the Penguins this season. And then they got Pius Suter. He's staying on a 2 to 3 year deal. He's been okay. He actually hasn't been that bad for them. 25 goals, 21 assists for 46 points in 81 games this season. That's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
For a guy that's playing in the bottom 6 most of the time. That's a career high in everything for him. So, and he was on some bad Red Wings teams.
Really bad Red Wings teams.
So,
they have a goaltending problem, contract-wise.
Oh, Demko's up next season.
Yes, he is.
Oh, shit. I hope that Lankinen contract ages well. Also, they have Oliver Ekman-Larsson on a buyout for the next 5 years.
Ooh, that's rough.
On a fat buyout. $4.76 million this season and next. Ugh. And then they got Ilya Mikheyev retained.
Do you see them locking up Demko this offseason, or do you see him?
I think I see him waiting, but I think he does eventually get locked up with them. And then Noah Juleson is going to walk.
Yeah.
Noah Juleson will walk. And then ahead of next season, do they... Honestly, I could see them holding on to Connor Garland now and using him as a trade chip by next year's deadline.
Yeah.
And then, honestly, same thing with Teddy Bluger.
Penguins legend
Teddy Bluger.
Great career here.
Who got his jaw crunched by Brendan Dillon.
Yeah, but he also played a great time here.
Yeah. And then Kiefer Sherwood. Dude, he was fucking insane for them last year.
He was.
Insane. 19 goals, 21 assists, 40 points, 78 games. Oh my God. Yeah. Nutty. He had some sort of record. I can't remember what it was. Was it like point streak or something? I don't remember. But yeah, career high as soon as he came to Vancouver. Yeah. Maybe they lock him up on like a short-term deal. I don't know. I think you worry about the long-term deals when you're on 1 year left.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see.
Which is next team. Really has to figure out their long-term deal.
Oh, Vegas.
Oh yeah.
Oh god. Okay, $9.6 million. Holy shit. Jack Eichel.
He's on his last year.
Last year, $10 million. You know he's going to ask to be the highest paid player.
He deserves to be the highest paid player. Next to the highest paid player.
Okay, the highest paid player currently is Leon Draisaitl. Okay. So,
Jack Eichel is a really good hockey player.
Yeah.
Let's not act like he's one of these like one of these guys that think they're the best, but they're not really the best. He actually is one of the best in the league.
Yeah. Okay. So, looking at their free agents, they have a lot. So, it is most likely confirmed that Ilya Samsonov is not going to stay.
It's not a bad thing.
Yeah. Maybe he goes to Edmonton.
Maybe.
But then
they have Riley Smith.
Penguins legend Riley Smith. He doesn't want to go anywhere else.
Mm-mm.
So I feel like they will get a deal done. Brandon Saad, Pittsburgh kid, by the way.
Yeah.
Brandon Saad.
He's only 32.
He's 32. No, it'd be cool to bring him home, but
I'm looking at the rumors for this kid right now.
Oh, for Brandon Saad.
Mm-hmm.
Tanner Pearson, why not lock him up? Not lock him up, but he was decent this season. Also, another Penguins legend, Tanner Pearson, for a whole 44 games.
Well, they also have a couple restricted free agents. They have Alexander Holtz, Cole Schmidt,
and Jonas Romberg.
Jeez.
Rundberg. Okay, so Alexander Holtz, this past season, 53 games, 4 goals, 8 assists, 12 points. I don't think they qualify him.
I don't think they qualify him either.
I see them qualifying Romberg. Schwint, I don't know.
Schwimp's going to get a bridge deal. Robert's going to get a bridge deal.
Yeah.
Because I think they're going to get Jack Eichel done this offseason.
Jesus Christ. Romberg laid a donut in 13 games.
I know.
So.
They're going to keep him around. We'll let him get used to it. He's only 26, Isaac. It's not like he's young, old.
He's only 26. Also, they have their leading goal scorers in RFA next year, Pavel Dorofeyev.
That's a big deal.
That's huge. 35 goals this past season.
How much do you think he wants?
I think he actually could ask for something relatively affordable. I'd say maybe like a 5x5.
I was thinking more of a 4x4.
That could work too. He's 24.
Yeah.
He's 24. So his next contract could be a prove-it contract. We don't really know.
I also see a 2-year for 2.5.
Yeah.
That could be a good contract for them.
Also, Nick Hague is an RFA.
Jeez.
So, I don't see them qualifying him.
I don't either.
Yeah. So,
wow.
I did not know Jack Eichel's contract was up that soon.
I was like, I'm thinking, wait, isn't it close for him, or are we All right. Let's stem away from the business side. Let's just knock out a couple little funny things that happened this week.
Yeah.
Well, let's just say Florida knows how to party.
Oh, yeah.
Barkov decides to wake his neighbors up at 5 a.m. to show them the Stanley Cup.
They literally, I think it was Bleacher Report that posted the Ring camera footage from his neighbor's
How
house.
did they get that is what I want to know. But yes, that was really funny to watch.
That was so funny.
And then Brad Marchand turned into the troll that we know him as. Right after winning the cup, and when they went to the elbow room, the fans started chanting, "Thank you, Bruins."
Yeah.
And let's just say Brad Marchand joined them. And that wasn't it of the thank yous. Brad Marchand was in a very grateful mood this weekend.
Yeah.
As he thanked every teammate's former teams for allowing them to be on the Florida Panthers.
I'm trying to see if I can find it in here. I thought it was on Bleacher Report Open Ice.
It's somewhere.
It's somewhere. But yeah,
I think Barstool had it too.
It was hilarious. So he thanked the Flames for the MVP and Matthew Tkachuk.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious. He thanked the Penguins for Evan Rodriguez.
Yeah, which, by the way, so mad we still got rid of him.
I am so pissed about that.
That was not Dubas, right? That was
Hextall.
That was
Hextall that let him walk. Fuck you, Ron.
Yeah, he set back our franchise a good 5 years.
Yeah. And then Sam Bennett. I love this dude.
He pulled his Conor McGregor.
He pulled a Conor McGregor, yeah. So the full quote was, they don't like us. They call us dirty. They call us nasty. And I'd like to take this time to apologize to absolutely no one. We're the double champs. We do what the we want. Let's go.
I love this.
That shit was the best thing I've ever seen.
I was so happy to hear this because this is what hockey's been missing the past couple years.
Yeah.
Like, we're finally starting to get that little, like, edge back to hockey.
We haven't had, like, the last kind of character we had at, like, a Stanley Cup parade, I'd say, was Ovi in 2018.
Yeah, but that was only because he was so joyous because this was his first time.
I'm sure he was drunk off his ass, too.
Oh, yeah.
But, but then, like, I don't think we've had, like, a real character at a Stanley Cup parade like that since Yager, to be honest.
Yeah. Which, congrats, Yager.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get one more right. Nate Schmidt. He pulled a legend move. He shotgunned a beer with his kid in his hand.
His, like, what, is she, like, a 1-year-old or something?
Yeah. I hope some photographer got a photo of that and he just hangs that up in his
there was like sky cam footage.
Yeah, it's so cool.
It's so funny. Oh my god. Nate Schmidt, dude.
I saw a thing before we started. It was the difference between the NBA championship wins and the NHL championship wins. The NBA is all like not like formal, but like formal-ish. Like it's all nice together. And then there's the NHL. It's just a big old frat party, and it was just great. I love hockey. That's all I gotta say. I love hockey winning.
Yeah.
There's nothing like. All right. Well, I think that's gonna wrap it up.
Yeah.
We are at 2 hours at the moment. First time we did a 2-hour show in
a little while.
A long time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this episode was brought to you by the Center for Media Innovations at Point Park University. My name is Ryan Thielet.
My name is Isaac Graves. Enjoy the draft this weekend.
Yes, please enjoy the draft, and we'll see you next week.